difficult.
No practice.
And, you know, on the other side of it, that puts a little bit of stress onto
Okay,
Silence. In terms of, can he
let's see if we get a straightforward game or not. 2G on defense, M80 on attack. 2G, one map away from... I mean, this would be an upset.
To watch out for when
this as far as I'm aware.
Because we will be starting on M80's offense. And 2G are going to look to get aggressive here at green. Love the idea of it. This is often where M80
Milan, hello.
in their own right. So
M80 lost, yeah, lost first man.
Of showing some heavy force here over towards green.
Weber, that's so fun. We'll let you off.
I've seen this plenty. A lot of teams have tried to play forward.
Contact into right click of flash. Oh. Wait, that's such an anti.
Wow.
That is the biggest anti I've ever seen. As soon as that smoke comes in, they're getting into the smoke, right-clicking through. That's a crazy anti.
Counteracting the Dizzy throw. Dizzy gets thrown. We wait for it to fade. We hit.
It wasn't even that. It was flash. It was smoke.
Coming out for 2G in this pistol.
Yeah, it's the...
Who are now on the
The smoke is pretty common for the
in the
attack.
pistols. So that's another kind of boon towards success for 2G.
Wonder if that'll play on the mental from M80 as well.
Net on your screen. That is not net.
Because as soon as you get big antied like that, you're kind of like, damn. Do we need to change stuff up midway through?
39 paltry points of health and another pistol going by the wayside.
That is 3-0 for pistols as well.
2G start beautifully. They want to fight. They play inside the dark cover and emerge with perfect timing.
It's great stuff. So keep a note on that. Again, this is something that, as mentioned, M80 love to do, where they will show aggression over towards green, force your opponents to throw a ton of different utility to re-clear it, and then
Jing and Something have both been playing a little bit of Killjoy in ranked.
Over towards the B site. And I think in particular, with M80 not running a
That's a good move, man. That's the way that'd be going.
More difficult to break down because you don't have the ability of updrafting to high ground. You have the ability of dashing deep in towards A. So this is going to be likely their preferred site of ingress. And now that you've got a scope in play, there's another way that you can try to contest this.
Spec bug, I guess.
He's going to have his hands full
because
for a
that guy
moment,
should be going for that all day.
He can retreat back to if he does need it.
He's forced off though by just the dark cover, which is pretty cheap as far as that kind of play goes. Silas wants to emerge. He posts on the angle and takes a headshot. The audacity of this guy. Obviously the weapons don't favor M80, but that's still a risky play to make.
Oh, dude, we play Guardian Snowman on our anti-eco. I love this. And the amount of people, or like, I swear, as soon as Icebox came back in, everyone just forgot that actually you can't plant default if you have a heavy pen gun Snowman. It's like the first time, maybe the second time I've seen it the whole year. There was one team that bought an Odin, and I saw it once. I'd have been Fnatic, I can't remember. But that's a good sign as well.
Just classics, especially if M80 don't find many eliminations nor spike plant on
That's
their opening
strong.
pistol. They're not going to force
especially
into anything. So this is a
play like a Sova or Viper
from,
that you can shock or molly to.
Holding at range.
Boo? Wait, it was you, Boo? That's so funny. Wait, it was you. And then you didn't...
You upgrade a couple of weapons. You got
spammed...
and you've got the
not deep enough, right?
Against full rifle, sure,
yeah, I remember this. You were shooting too much to the left. No, you're shooting too much to the right.
I need to work with.
I think. That's incredible. Yeah, it was you. Yeah, I think you were shooting too much to the right.
Xander already stumbling. Taking a bit of damage early in the round.
Okay, so it was Heretics. Well, at least I got the right region.
Stack up here on A. Get the most of these.
VIP Boo as well. Dude, honestly, I'll VIP the whole of Heretics apart from...
I love this
cheeky little double face here.
Yeah, this little
I'm so in for
team
that.
shoot setup that you've got for 2G can not only lead to an early tag off of one of these scopes or guardians, but you have the follow-up of the Spectre up high that can just spray players down. Dizzy goes up first, decent flash, but Luis gets two. Sound with the follow-up and the team shot is ridiculous.
Whoa, okay, hold up, chat. Let's hold up, because they just won a bonus.
Again,
that's a 3-0.
2G had the perfect setup. The Dizzy came on in, I think it gave them pause for thought, but they were able to recover very quickly, and there's nothing particularly complicated about what we just saw from 2G. In fact, it's nothing particularly inventive about it. Just
I think it was a 3-person stack there.
When they have to. Beautifully done. That is a nice
I think since the start of the map, those three are together all rounds, every single round.
Yeah, just
what it is.
Yeah, just
that's
Viper doing kill setups
on the bonus. That just counteracts Dizzy completely.
Oh, that's how people are doing it now?
Off of it being
Makes
thrown
a
initially,
lot of
but
sense.
outside of that, it's just too many members to deal with.
Wait,
so
you could punish that.
Go to a bit of a half-buy situation here. Does give them an opportunity to stay aggressive But again, the presence of Luis and the rest of 2G on site is...
This is a very doable round, though. Do they consider net here?
Okay.
I think he thought that they 100% knew he was there. And maybe they did. I was too late to the party.
3 players left for M80. They can put this together. The weapons are okay.
BCJ can for sure win this.
Problem is you've got Silence clearing the back, so they know this is going to be a stack up through Snowman in yellow at least.
It's a quick flank as well. He's already made his way to the punch, and he lands a lethal blow. It's just BCJ. Yeah, I would go for this too. Spike though has the ammunition.
At least getting half.
He's going to start this up. BCJ need a big clutch here. That's a good mosh pit, Spike. Can't quite stick it here. He's done.
Okay, he played it well though. That was nice.
Nicely done for BCJ. 3 on the round.
Yeah, he was in a good place for this.
In a half buy.
They win one round, one person surviving though.
Pronunciation
Like,
was absolutely perfect.
this could go pretty
You have more
bad.
trust in your linguistic abilities than me.
This is such a giant round
But
here.
that
The
is...
accent covers it.
You've definitely got that, yeah, for sure.
How much money do they have? 1-8.
But that's just really good
Okay,
idea
it's
from
okay.
M80. Again,
It was still low buy.
Not really. It's a half buy situation. That turns into a really
He
good
died at the
look
end as well.
at being able to set
Don't
yourself
give me the
into a
tech pause.
position of, okay, yeah, we can put ourselves
This
in
is
a
a
fighting
tech pause,
condition
isn't it?
here.
Ah, yeah.
That works out nicely, and more so,
Everyone
I think it is,
died,
you know,
yeah.
you realize that you don't have the ability to go to a safer post plant. You have to hold your ground, and even though it was threatened, the weapons still come through nicely in those close quarters battles. So really well done.
It looked like a bit dicey for M80 at times there, especially with, I mean, Spike's able to find a flank and find 2
VIP
off the
Milan.
flank, no
Wait,
less.
is he in Heretics these days?
Great recovery. And again,
I
a
must
lot
have
of
missed
it comes
that-
to
that
some stories
announcement.
We saw in Sunset. If M80 can actually get to a post plant, that's when their odds of winning the round seem to get drastically better. BCJ already has the shades on here. That blue light, that's a real thing. Homie be looking after his eyes long after these guys have moved
There
on
was
to
a
greener
tech
pastures.
pause in this
I
in
think the
this
thing
event
here for M80,
where
that round
M80 got
provides-
locked in the
Well,
rec room.
really,
and they
nothing
couldn't
on
get out.
either side that can be like
were
immediately
locked
counteracted or
inside
talked
the
about.
room.
I think that's just one of those rounds that
There's
just gets
no
you
way.
into the
That's
game a
the
little
best tech
faster
balls
than
ever.
You would normally expect.
They got locked when they were
Fraction of
playing.
the first place being spent.
Is
is
in
gonna
between
be,
maps?
I
It
think,
was
the
like
win
in
condition
between
for that round in the first
series.
place. But
It was
moreover,
they were
it
the third
stalls
series
the
of the
ability
day.
for 2Game to
That's so
build
sick.
a
And they were
huge
on rec room,
economy,
and
not
some
just in
players got
weapons, but
locked
also
inside of the
in potential
rec room.
ultimates as well. So
They had to remove
really
the
good
door.
stuff to keep yourself in the
That's
mix.
so funny.
But I would still say that
You
for
know that he was
M80,
supposed to be in
if they're
though.
going to keep
Wait,
being
Milan?
bullied over towards
Wait, really?
green, off
Isn't he
of
tried
these
to get him
initial
from
4-round
Giants? We were
setups,
talking
which we're gonna
earlier.
get our first one here in this next round. There will need to be some conversations about how do we want to approach this, because they don't have the ability of like a flash and dash type situation that we often see on this
I
map.
like when we get the leaks.
So
It's fun.
it's going to be one of those things that the cost effectiveness of being able to even get a setup towards B becomes that much
The
more
start of
difficult and that much
franchising.
more expensive
Oh.
overall. And without really much of an ability to quickly
know this.
burst onto A, they're going to need to figure out the front green presence problem earlier rather than later if they want to put together a successful offensive half.
Yeah, getting ahead of that early pressure from 2Game is going to be crucial. It was on both sides, in fairness. That gun round for M80, they ran into a very similar look. Maybe not quite as far advanced on the map, but still 3 or 4 players just stacked up. And of course, I know you guys have been asking for it in the chat. We did manage to squeeze in a tech pause for you.
You're
I
welcome.
had some words with the higher ups that I said, look, it's really important to our viewers that they have time to just absorb the gravity of this moment. So we're really here to heighten the experience through some dramatic
Hey, your name? Yeah, we've been talking about you for a while.
pauses. Notice
It
how I'm
is-
even slowing my voice down to try and add to that.
I mean,
Is it
I've
working?
inched a couple of extra steps forward on my seat here.
You've had me at the first couple of words there. I'm honest with you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just following up off of your wordplay or
Hold up.
just pronunciation from before,
Hold up,
Mitch.
hold
That's all
up.
it is. Just try to keep the vibe.
They got rid of the tech pause
We're going
thing.
to be heading back in
Lovely.
just a moment, folks. Here we go, 3-1.
Okay,
for
so
2G,
this should
getting
be
into
a giant
number
round. We've
5,
got
a gun
1,
round
2,
for M80 after
3,
that clash with
everyone. Literally everyone, because 1-9
And
lost
Silence will
bonus.
bring the
Okay, this
off
is
out,
chat. This is it.
which is, again, gonna
Dude,
make this
M80
A
lose
approach
this
that
round.
much more difficult.
They are in a rough
If
spot.
he uses it towards B, again, that's just extra pressure you can place over
Hey,
towards
that's nice.
his screen position. Nanoswarm deep and over actually takes
Yeah,
care
it
of
looks
the
like that's
sentry,
the
so
tell
someone
for when
defensively has
they
to
go
cover
aggro over
mid.
towards
That's
A,
an
B
opportunity
for
to open up a little bit of
map
space,
control.
and with the knife confirming that, yep,
Just
we do
smoke
have
down.
Luis here. Here comes the flood. This is a really good construction of a hit from M80.
Gotta shoot some bullets on this guy because he'll tank that all day.
Plant those. That'll get dunked. Thanks, Wingman. Your work here is done. Now it's up to M80 to finish the job. They've got eyes on a potential flank, of course, because the alarm bot is in place. That or a turret, depending on the icon looks like. We've got a bit of a pixelated feed. Cast off the focus. Santa goes down though. LC decides to emerge here. There is still an open smoke that covers over Snowman. That's a point for 2G. They have to try and push it.
How's he still alive?
No less. But Price is going to help them hugely. Coming through mid. Koanoob now holds his
Care
ground
flash?
over at yellow. This is about to get nasty, folks.
Dude, the care flash didn't even hit him somehow. It still was nice though.
Explode. And M80 get a second on the board.
Okay, so now we see two hero Gans and an eco. So Matey can definitely stabilize. Oh wait, Knives maybe changes it a little bit. They could be tempted to force this.
They have so many damn tools to throw at you. I mean,
Vaz
flashes,
win.
fragments.
Lexi, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate the gifted. Thanks for doing that.
That are difficult to break through. And on the
Keza as well. Keza with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 15 months. Thoughts on Lord of the Rings? Yeah, dude. I mean, solid films, man. Not gonna lie to you. Solid films.
Spike throws and whatever may still be left for Zap.
You
So
sit
that's
through
the
that?
presence
Like-
and the issue that
Lord of the
2G
Rings
could
back in
have if they
the
are
day, yeah, dude. I'm
unsuccessful
not
in stopping
this
this M80
dude.
hit that
I haven't
have
had the
concentrated
TikTok
numbers
Zoomer
on either
brain disease. I'm all good. I can watch a film that's over 2 hours long. I'm fine.
That's great to hear. No, I love it. You got it wrong. I love it.
Oh, okay, sorry. I mean, I didn't, dude. I wasn't going for you with that one. It was more for other people in chat. Dragorex with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 10 months. Also, man, thank you so much. Thank you. Aves as well. Hello, mate. Everyone's been talking about you in chat.
2G rather. Still two M80 players. They've left their options open, and now BCJ though rolls
Oh,
over
he got
silence. There should
baited.
be
Accidentally
the goal signal.
baited.
But they are slowing it up even more, and then pulled rotates out, planning to head to A.
And again, that's just one of those moments that Silence is trusted to be the guy.
You mean to me,
Surprising,
Lexi? I don't think
he's just looking
so.
kind of the minimap for a moment, but misses the
Maybe,
shoulder,
and I
doesn't
just
even
don't
pull
realize.
the trigger of the first knife to be thrown.
I feel like
The
you do
recon
too
bolt
much
doesn't reveal anything,
for
so
me
this moment of pause may actually
for me to
impact
ever
that maybe. They do have
realize.
the thrash
Like, I
available
think you're
that
warranted
likely
to be
will
mean
set
to me, if
here
anything.
to open up space, but
If anything, you're not meaning enough.
Knife to follow, Spike in the corner, but only gets one.
Up to Zap and Pricey now. The latter who'd already stepped up onto the side. And mate, he's so meticulous here, knowing they're going up against predominantly a pistol round.
Okay, they got a lot of
Play into
ults
the
coming
11th
online
hour.
soon.
And they end up actually pushing into a side that is mostly stacked in the end. 2G.
Why did this
get
guy
wind
pop
of
his
it,
silver roll?
And they start to float back. It'll be Xander for 3 on the round.
not a
and
great sign.
M80, slow and steady wins the race. They get their third.
Good bounce back here from Eddie. Okay, so full gun round coming back again here for 2 game. This is where we're going to start to see again what they want to do with this operator. First time around, it was a passive setup. over
Pixel
towards
as
A.
well. Thank you for the
Do they
gifted,
wanna
bro.
try to
Thank you for
threaten
doing that. I
something
appreciate it.
On this B side at green.
Thank you.
And just challenge that angle early,
So
because
he's gonna
what we're
opt
starting to
top
see is
yellow,
M80 are
or he's
defaulting
gonna
to
go
play
aggro
with a
A?
little bit of presence towards B first, and then if they need to rotate through mid, well, that nanostorm to take care of the sentry from a couple of rounds ago, or to just kind of have a lurk over towards the front steps at A, that could be part of the issue. And here we go again. Nanostorm up top, put some pressure over the top, and what?
Oh
Excuse
my,
me.
that's
They find
so
Louise
lucky.
up top of 410.
Yeah,
with the
10
Viper's
HP as
pit
well.
going up. That is a huge first
I
blood.
was too busy laughing at this comment. Damn! Damn, bro, that was insane. This guy's crazy good, dude. That was one of the better aces we've seen.
Man. I mean, there's no way.
Yeah, that is one of the better aces, man. Full clip.
The Viper's pit dropping feels like it's just.
Dude, I was too busy laughing at the comment. I need to read it out again. If you can watch a Sliggy stream without falling asleep, you can definitely watch Lord of the Rings any day of the week. That was pretty good. But this is incredible.
That's stupid.
Dude,
Just
that was
get
sick,
it. No, put a leash on him. He's out of control.
I mean, he's the one dog walking M80 though. I know which hand the leash is in. It's this one.
Bro, I gotta get this skin, man.
Now
Look at
pushed
this
up.
skin.
Null command, of course, at the ready. Spike is one.
He does too good on the skin for me to not get it.
Roman eating orbs like they're Skittles. Good damage on Koanoob as well, who tried to cross and goes to 21.
Wow,
The skin
dude.
won't help me.
Just the
It might
eject
do.
angle.
You never know. I don't have it.
Because why not? Because Spike is just him today. Oh, mercy.
What a day for it too.
I'll-
I think it's
yeah.
the 5-0 M80 coming out of groups. What a day for it.
Yeah. And here's the thing, Koanoob you know, him being hit up is not the worst case scenario, but it kind of puts him out of effect of being able to do too much in terms of late lurking, which he often likes to be the guy to do that. And
oh, they walk into this.
with the null command at the ready, you would assume that M80 are trying to fake out something. See if they can pull that null command early rather than later. But you can see on the position for Spike, he's still just holding kind of back over towards A with the ability to rotate. So they're going to play for retake. Null command comes out from the offensive side. Silence in trouble, but Prize steps up.
Okay, do they expect the Killjoy?
30 seconds left.
2G now going to make the way towards Kitchen, but that's being taken up by Nick right now. So it's a little risky. Now there's an off angle. That's 2, but never expect the third, apparently. Nismo also falls over on the side itself, and it's up to BCJ.
He has a flash that can maybe save him.
Little mosh pit, little dizzy. Dosi though in a 1 versus 3 for BCJ.
Oh, the smoke actually kind of helped him a little bit. Yeah, give him a peek.
That's not getting put back up. Silence finds him
Dude,
though.
this is a stacked team, bro.
And 2G start to stabilize.
These two are scary good.
With such an important kill on Xander.
Oh yeah, and give credit. I think Silence definitely you can kind of give him 4. He gets the collat onto the null command. Null command gets brought back, but you know, regardless of the fact, he stops the play entirely. And
it was okay they didn't got the kill right away. This turret was coming back soon, was it not? Maybe not.
You got your Killjoy watching mid from tube.
He just didn't hit the third guy.
Even if the turret comes back, I think he's off angle on it.
Yeah, if he goes to the side more.
Because if they lose that battle underneath that top container,
but I mean, how can you blame him? He got 2.
With an operator, which doesn't feel good.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Really good, important 1v1.
How much is he expected to get?
Follow is just icing on the cake. And 2Game are really giving it to M80
right now. Yeah, I thought the KO was going to run out.
Background strung into a couple for M80, but 2Game setup and their identity in terms of what they want to do on this map.
Bunkar's here as well. Hello, Bunkar. Everyone's here today.
Null command on the push. We saw Silence forced off.
I would be a god with that skin as well. That's what I'm saying, man. We just got unlucky with our skins.
But they had no mid pressure. That dissipated pretty quickly. Net did manage to get in the kitchen.
These skins weren't out, man.
Port 2, but it was the action over at the B side that some of those people could really intervene in. And again, you don't necessarily expect to see a third player running the kitchen, so no surprises there. Net put a great amount of work in. Unfortunately, it would have taken just a little bit more to give M80 the round. 3 attack side rounds for M80. We'll see what their economy looks like in the next tier. 2G would love to build up a buffer heading into their own attack side.
Yeah, and keep in mind, you know, for all of the M80 fans that are out there, their defensive side is where they really rip apart this map. I mean, they are usually good for 8.
We got
So there's
it's getting scary, man. 5-3.
Establishing the identity of this map early for 2Game is super important to make
sure that
money isn't feeling super comfortable. Put their backs against the wall a little bit. Force them to have to play perfect. And they're doing that right now. Silence is not going to be here with the operator this time. Null command for Spike also not in the
This guy's waiting for the knife. There goes the knife. He takes the... Oh, you're so doomed. So he wasn't expecting them to be this close to the knife. So he was trying to take a timing outside of the knife, get over towards yellow, but they insta-see him. So I wonder if this was literally from the timeout and the fact that he's avoiding it, and maybe someone got to yellow before I didn't see.
That recon gets clear. That was the only tool that 2G really had to scout out the inside of the pit.
This round's over.
I don't know. It's still kind of early.
Yeah, with the lockdown behind this, I mean, this is the undefeatable post plan.
This guy's tanking it.
Times to become an issue. Price is trying to toggle something, but he gets the tank.
Okay, yeah, they're not good for it.
Go back up to the offense, providing him some leeway, but this is going to be a save here. They cannot afford to get the operator out of the hands.
It's like the best possible round for M80 as well in the one dying.
Guaranteed round thanks to the combination of Viper's Pit and lockdown.
And you can see that M80 are taking no risks here, committing the lockdown on top of the Viper's Pit, from which they already had a pretty strong position. That first kill on LZ. But they wanted to make sure this round would go their way, and they do that, of course, without losing a gun.
Yeah, and just a difficult spot for Luis. He wants to contest yellow, but that's the presence of M80 and their abilities. If you do not stop them over towards green, yellow's just gone. I mean, dizzy, knife, other flashes, fragments.
Was the lockdown necessary?
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure.
Just thrown at you, and there's just no way you stand tall.
You could argue that they could have won it with just Viper ult, but the problem with this Viper ult is it gives them so much space over towards yellow that honestly the win rate from it actually isn't that high as people think. So it's good to just secure this, especially when their money's so low. If they can secure this with an ult, get this money into this stage, just for one ult, it is so worth.
Again for BCJ. Silence will be alerted as the knife will
Jorsh's, thank you with the 6 months, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the prime. M80 still the favorite to win, yeah, even though they're potentially
post dizzy Silence actually
looking like they could get 2-0. They still are.
The util designed to force Jet off the aggressive angle early was already used.
Well, the BCJ, man, he's gonna feel guarded.
Util is popped there by Pricey. But they're
not the worst outcome
for M80, who are just now arriving.
Good nade. Bad nade. Wait, they hit him, right?
They hit Xander.
Hit his leg, right? Okay, yeah.
One is good.
Ooh.
Is this gonna stop? Yeah, this is really well done. You stop the plant complete with the fragment behind.
Oh, you're fast. Oops. I'm telling you, these two together, man, they're scary. They're great. Good players.
They do spend that null command at the end, so M80 essentially caught out in the open.
Really good stuff.
A lot of rounds on defense.
One of those moments right there where the fragment initially stops the wingman, maybe a couple of tags with it, just take him out of the picture. And again, M80 just don't have the ability after they use so much utility early to deal with the forward play that they just don't get ability to scale. You don't get any presence up top on the container. You don't even get behind over through Snowman with any utility really whatsoever. And then once you eventually get the call out from your teammate that 2G are going to deal with this huge push over towards B, Silence is there quicker than you would expect after just revealing him a moment ago, and that leads to a 6-4 count. These last two rounds super important. This one in particular, as money's starting to be a little bit shifted here for the side of
Is he
M80.
actually gonna... Oh.
This one...
Damn. Waits for the flash, waits for the knife, goes close, disrespects the one way.
This defensive round. Now they fall back onto the side and they have a lockdown. Should a retake be required?
Yeah.
How can this one way is like so... It should be way more on the edge, no?
Or
is it just because it gives you an angle at the top?
Yeah, if it's on the edge, you can
get an angle at the top.
Yeah.
Or they're doing some really good stuff, man. The new Icebox was going to get picked, and they've done a lot of homework. We had pissed around to disrespect this. We had the fact that they use this smoke to block this angle, which means that he can actually just defeat if he swings that. You got some good stuff, man.
They lost the KO, so that's already a flash, out of the way.
No Viper has early B info again.
And Koala is flat out of util.
Damn.
Just died.
Yeah, you've done enough, man. You can chill a little bit.
Knowing that every hit that M80 tries to put together is going to have to be expensive. So you force them to use utility. You have some of your own. It's just to counteract.
Yeah, I mean, this is 2 rounds now where they've countered the Omen util.
Really, really good stuff. They're forcing the issue exactly where they need to, which is early. Force M80 to make expensive decisions in terms of what they have to use to even see a site. And then once they do, they don't have the ability to have more utility behind that to convincingly put together their post plants. This has been brilliant.
You have an op and they're contacting the B side late in the round, the A side rather. They have no choice. So you have the perfect antidote for that kind of play anyway.
Yeah.
That's such sick timing. Huge lockdown.
We changed the smoke up.
Push up to take it down.
TP in and go fast with a KO flash? Wait, that's nice. Not checking corners though.
But does it make a difference? Louise is still able to get one before dropping, and then Silence dashes back in towards sight. Zap gets the read that the pressure's on.
Look at this guy go. Whoa! He still gets it. But what is he? 16-4.
For 2G.
It's just, it's one of those days. I mean, you've got Spike dominating in the first map. Silence.
Yeah, they're taking turns. Switching the duelist, and each duelist is dominating.
And now he's on his prized possession, which is the jet. And
I can't believe he gets away with that.
A clippable play. Just diving forward with the shorty for 4. Silence.
That just shows how good his mechanics are there. A little dodge at the end was impressive.
And again, that is not the worst case scenario for M80, who often rely on their offensive or part of their defensive side here. The problem is the tone has been set. The identity of this map is trending all towards 2G, and now
in the second match as well. Yeah, watch the second match also.
With the jet in mind.
Of course, you can win yourself an Ultimate Gaming chair there as well. You can check it out in chat. Of course, we will be giving away a Blacklight gaming chair. And the link is pinned in the chat, so you can head over there and sign up. Halftime here and 8 defensive rounds. Very, very solid here for 2G. Not the kind of total that means that they are home free.
Yeah.
But M80, of course, with this duelist-less composition. A comp that is very util heavy, still finds themselves running low on
Does
exactly
M80 need
that
a
on a few of these
pistol?
rounds.
Yeah.
And these
I mean, they
retakes
do.
would just
Well, at one point, they got to win a
more
pistol. They're
separated
3-0 down.
swings from Silence have just undone them over and over again.
Yep. The idea of that, just to boil it down to the most elementarized version of that game plan, is make life difficult for M80 so they don't get a full man post plant. If that happens, you lose. Just there's too much utility. So that's a really good idea in terms of how 2Game we're building up the strategy for this particular map set. Now the question is, how do they want to approach their offense? Are you going to try to still bait out M80 to throw utility faster than they want to? Or are you going to save some of your own? Maybe try to manipulate the map like they did on Sunset, hit hard, hit fast, and hit deep. Try to get Snowman control. Try to get Top Raptors control at A. That's what you need to try to find here to make sure that M80 don't have all of this utility that can just concentratedly be thrown in and put themselves in a position to be hit by 18 different flashes.
I think the
18.
more important question, albeit much more simple.
What?
I mean,
Can M80
Gecko
win a
Flash
pistol round in this series?
Well,
will come back.
you got that too.
Yeah, like a
Always.
boomerang.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely going to be of paramount
Okay.
importance here. Letting 2G get out to 10.
Again, they got to get a pistol. Oh, this guy is not just sitting in
Devastating.
spawn.
So Louise back to the curry
Oh,
spot.
boy.
Bing chilling in spawn here.
Honestly, it makes a lot of sense. If I remember the old M80 pistols, used to always be a 3-person, 4-person push or middle reactive. So
Well, here's the thing that M80 are going to do almost every single round. They're going to have this wall set up over towards A. That keeps them safe on the backside of the site. It also allows them a retake at A. They're going to use Xander as a chance to poke, find information.
wait
There's
for
gonna
the
be an
knife,
early
and then
knife
do
that
they
is
get
often,
close
if not
flash,
every single
or
round,
no?
thrown
Okay.
over towards that cubby outside of green. 2G voluntarily have themselves revealed by all of that. Now it's just down to, can they use this focus fire to actually hit through B? Keep in mind that Luis is watching the flank deep from inside of
Yeah,
spawn.
I'm trying to see if Net's gonna take timing here or not, because he's gonna be devastated once he sees this guy in spawn.
Remember, no Gecko for this 2G composition, so they have to plant the spike the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, 2G's comp not good at planting over towards B, so it's probably why they're trying to do it in the pistol. And this guy at spawn has given up, and he's going to walk into the guy holding him.
Down at mid though, this could be the round right
Ooh.
here. Oh, Luis season up. He doesn't have to force this.
Oh.
No. Instead, Net
Now
gets
they can
called
just
out. Now you can
send
get
it to
rotation
A,
all the way back
especially
towards
as they
A because
saw
Net
loads
often
over
would be the
towards
player to
B.
lurk. So now that you know that you have
20
that player down,
seconds.
A should be wide
Gecko
open.
flash to fast floods.
From 2G, it's only going to be BCJ in position, and he needs to wait for the rest of his team. So either
Fast
way, it's going to be a
floods,
post plant.
Gecko flash,
And maybe
Omen
they still have Xander,
flash.
so that retake
Yes.
wall can be
Very
good,
nice.
so they interrupt the plant straight away. BCJ and Xander getting involved. They were fast enough in the end.
Yeah.
Now that the Prezi and Silence only at 13 points of help, but it's an unlucky number.
And
for
this
M80,
little
or it could have been.
Omen flash
pistol
into
finally
Gecko flash
won
high is pretty
by M80.
scary.
And again, that
You
retake
force them to
wall
swing
is
left,
going to
and then
be
you just have everyone waiting
everything
left.
in terms of what
You
M80
notice
are going
he
to set up.
flashed front
Their
side, right?
retake success rate across just about
They have
every map has
another
been
one
some of the
where he
highest
flashes
in
backside.
Valorant
Backside as well.
Challengers
I guess, yeah, you
Americas.
try and
It did
you
not
try and
work out for
change
them
it up, and then
on
you actually just
Sunset
stack
nearly
backside
as
and
well
EA
as
as
it
well.
had previously. But this composition is just different. Their ability to throw that wall up, flood utility into it, separate out any deep post plant means that flashes, fragments,
the Omen flash pretty
paranoias,
good
they're
on this
all
map.
almost guaranteed to hit. And
Could
now all of a
do
sudden,
could
you've got
do
M80
one from
playing a
here,
little bit more
right?
aggression with the
Where you
weapon
play
advantage, just trying to
heavy
take away the map early from 2G.
behind this line.
He's
Omen
multiple
flash
spotted
from the
out, but he knows
floor.
it. What?
Wait,
was
what?
that silence?
Stop
You
it.
cannot be
Ow.
doing that. You cannot be doing that. He's the one way though. They're going to run into BCJ here. They're making it 1-for-1 at least. Koala Noob, beautifully done. Great
Still good
spray
damage no
transfer
matter
and
what.
3-4 to his hand. Zap still has to deal with his one way. It's going to dissipate. He, I believe, had his knife out.
Dude, that's
so Net will
insane
claim it.
damage, bro.
Oh my god. M80 get their second of the half.
Was there a buff to right clicks on classic?
Yeah, what is that, dude?
What are we watching?
That
was
shouldn't be
halfway
possible,
across
really, but-
A.
Geneva Convention. Look it up.
Sheesh.
Okay.
Filthy.
Still the
That's stupid.
Sounds satisfying. Tap tap.
The weaponry advantage, though, here, of course,
Yeah.
does a lot of heavy lifting for M80 is just as well because they've shrunk that lead now down to 2. They are within striking distance here of 2G on their map. It's an M80 map pick here, Icebox.
Judge out for Koala Noob. Drone sees it. Okay, so that's huge intel for 2G. They don't get spammed through the smoke. They also are
They
alerted that
insta
there's
hit
a
over towards A with
judge on the
this.
field, and this should be get here, set up, throw our utility, get on A, get a post plant, knowing that this is going to be a 4v5 the rest of the way out.
See ya. See the Omen flash. Oh, I like this idea. Wow. Whoa, bro. It's like I'm watching Aspas.
Xander just cops a one tap. And Silence backs away with a sheepish grin.
That is actually an Aspas move, man. He W keys so much longer than most people would.
There, basically a solo swing. Nismo wasn't there to help him whatsoever, and multiple players were on the angle. One from screens, one from rafters. M80 here, if they want to keep this climb
Brazilian Aspas, yeah.
need to make some magic happen.
There may be some consideration here of saving this Phantom and Guardian, though. I mean,
I just go for exits, I guess. Wait, they bought. Oh no, they actually got to save.
Thanks to the anti-eco being
Actually, both have to
counteracted
save.
nicely by 2G in that last round. Yes, they
Course,
lost
this
the
guy's
round, but
hunting.
they did some significant damage to the repurchase.
Dude, he's
So, yeah, we're
20
gonna
to
save this one
6.
out, and this is gonna be a blacklight flawless for 2G, who's gonna be off to the races with
Yeah,
the
it's
eco.
an incredible
Of course,
fast
they
buy
put
round.
themselves that much closer to being able to just
They
clean
NA
up
buy,
the
of course,
series,
the
but
NA team
the other
NA
thing
buys
about
one.
that round that's most important, besides just the tally towards the favor of 2G, is again how deep was Silence able to get. He dashes towards Raptors. He's putting pressure on M80 so that they don't have the ability to cleanly have a setup and a retake. They're contesting
Heavy with
it,
the
and I love that
12
commitment in the
months.
first
Sorry
place
that I
to
missed
say,
that, bro.
"Oh, Bucky
1
on the
year.
table,
Now that
the Judge
Astra's
Raider on the
OP,
table,
do you think we'll be
re-wrap
seeing
back,
Astra
get
Omen on
ourselves
more
a
maps?
5v4
Oh, for
on
sure.
a post plant. We
For
can
sure,
allow
for sure,
Silence
for
to play
sure.
deep,
No doubt
and he
about it.
pins out a
Thank you for the
couple
whole year,
to
man.
make
Appreciate
life
that.
very easy on the post plant.
And yeah, I'm
It's hard
a
enough for
big
teams to
Omen
find
Astra
one
believer at the
who
moment.
can take over a game.
Big Astra believer at the
2G has
moment,
to
to be honest. Just full stop.
Spike here.
Oh,
steps aside
must
and
have missed
Silence
that
takes
one.
Spotlight. North of 20 kills now.
Knife for
Round 16.
knife.
And a slower round here for 2G.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Push up on that
2,
B
4.
side
I
of the
mean,
map.
he's sitting at 3-5. We'll give it to him.
A slow move out to A.
What a huge round this is.
And again, it's the same
Lose this, it's pretty much
situation. This is a
11-6.
difficult 1v1. BCJ,
That's
critical
my
win.
Gecko solo
That's
on
out
A
here,
taking
again,
a Joel.
aggressor into Silence also
That's
your carry
crazy.
right now, if we're being honest. So that should at least give M80 some confidence that they can hold this setup with the two-man play over towards B long. The retake wall is still available. You can play that 5v4 if you want to. And instead of 2G committing, they're going to try to see if they can pull the defense off just a touch, maybe catch BCJ out, but he's playing this very wisely, not committing to the fight, just waiting for his teammates to play the 5v4 retake.
Some big brains on this M80 squad. It's time to see them put to work now. Retake wall activated here.
Nay called as well. Thank you for doing that, man. Appreciate that.
From M80, not fully committed. BCJ
Thanks
the
for
only player that
continuing
gets
the
spotted out
gifted
by that
sub,
0
mate.
point.
Thank you for doing that.
And look what that does.
Still a
Mitch.
hard
It
retake.
pulls the Sova way off the
Yeah.
table.
It's just,
here.
we just see the combo
yeah,
again,
this
right?
is where, again, watch this wall. It's going to pop back up. The utility is going to be thrown back in. And this is just down to how much can Spike hold on to. He's been revealed, but he still goes 1 for 1. That's decent.
Guy needs to chill. Oh no, he popped the molly. Okay, he can go, I think. Woo!
Wow.
Okay, he's just solo one around.
Very workable here for 2G. And now it's just Nismo left, and he's got no business.
Wow, this is a stacked team, man. And that's going to force them down to an eco. We got 2-4 loss bonus on top of this. Everyone's sitting at like 2,600. We've got a save gun. This guy's got no money on top.
They're reading M80 page for page, word for word, what they want to do, and they have every response for it. Even just the little things of planting up high, because you know that
Not blind. It was a Gecko flash, right? So we saw from the left, I
a
think.
couple of heroes that stay deep. Everyone else can play on the back.
I'm not entirely sure.
You've got good post
I feel like he was
utility that
looking
can just
forward and
turn
then he saw him
anyone
drop
sitting
down
inside
and
the
just
container.
flicked. He
And
doesn't fully cover
legitimately,
your screen.
2Game are out.
Kind of what it looked like from the minimap. I wasn't fully
every
looking.
single stat.
Reckon the blind had worn
And
off. Could be that
This has
also.
got to be a lot. Yes, a lot of focus on what do you talk about here? Because whatever the game plan was for M80, it feels like they're just trying to stick to their normal deck of cards. They're being beat, and you
Yeah,
need to
do they
put
now
together a
have to fight
response
over towards
right
A
here,
instead of
right
playing
now if you
perma
wanna have a chance of
retake?
staying alive in this
Probably.
series.
That's a round, by the way, where Silence dies first. BCJ just holds his
Yeah.
line in that A site, and still they get overrun. And I love the idea of M80 only subjecting one player to being lit by the 0 point, right? It absolutely pulled 2 players for 2 game away from the site. But they're still able to have impact. They can still play from belts. And M80 was so, again, maladroit, I'll use the term, as they unsteady as they make their way in for that retake.
No one has a deeper vocabulary than you in esports, Mitch. I'm telling you. You're a
Some of them are
well-learned
deep cuts.
man.
Some of them are deep cuts, yeah. All the Zoomers in chat loving it, I'm sure.
I'm sure. They said, what? That word was more than 3 syllables long. I don't know what that means.
Damn, bro, they're really going in for the...
I'm not going to lie. I also don't know what that means, but you better believe I'm going to look it up after this map.
They're really going in on the youngins, man.
And 2G get to 10. No big ultimates for them to work with here. M80, of course, has a rush.
Yeah.
Dear. That's not what you want to see at all. Nismo eats the red shell.
When I
Spike's
grab a
looking a little
gun,
too clean with it.
idea's not bad.
And you're just trying to do something weird if you're M80 because you're on Sheriffs and Stingers. I get it. But 2G, they've got... It feels like they have a copy of M80's playbook, including just this Thanos from in the back of the site forces BCJ to do something wild. He gets tagged, still makes the most of it, and now it's just down to how long can he survive for. Getting
Wow,
decent, but
this
again,
guy
the
back to back, man. He's had a big round.
BCJ looking like a wild jaguar, but eventually gets caged amongst these 2G players. And chalk another one up for Brazil's
And now they have a lot of ults too. I think they have Viper too.
3 guys that are like very good, man.
Just complete counterplay. And now you've got all the tools you could possibly want. Lockdown at the ready, no command at the ready.
Over? I mean, they were going to lose this round no matter what. Well, not no matter what, but you would imagine so because of the eco. It's if they lose this, man, this is it right here.
And M80 just have not had an answer. And I know there's
2G always this good.
What's wrong with M80 today?
I don't know, man. I didn't watch the other games. They look great. Their sunset was awesome.
I mean,
This has been cool as well. Those 2 antis came out in big rounds as well. And then there was...
But you also got this happening.
There was maybe more as well. The individuals are doing bits as well. Look at this calling as well. Insta.
2G spot 2 players over towards A still for M80.
Question mark still pretty fresh over towards here. We're already in B main.
They still have to deal with Xander, who is a bit of a sneaky beaver here. Might be, even at the worst of times. But now,
Got Gecko ult for the retake. Got Killjoy ult for the after
Maybe
plant.
you had a one-way set up there, but that's been well and truly pushed past now.
How long does he wait?
Post-plant here,
5?
2G. Still no ultimates really outside of that null command. And there's a thrash up still.
Oh, now?
That's the thing, is the thrash has to be spent, and then the lockdown's going to come out right after.
Damn, he waited for a long time. Where's this Killjoy ult?
One, but it's not going to be able to get deeper into the site like they want. Decent trades here, and 2G
Wow,
turning the ties
bro.
2v1.
Own them.
What is happening here? Lockdown also was developed there by 2G, so Net has to stand outside of it for now. In a 1 versus 2. Disastrous for M80. Zap checks. Throws a shot over. The left cast is singing. Okay, I'm not sure. Yeah, that is ridiculous. Okay, yeah. And Net has to walk on away.
Damn, bro. 6. They're going to 2-0 him.
18 is 2G. Get to match point.
I mean, they played very well.
Individual round of strat calling.
They are a pretty good team.
You get reveal on
yeah.
the knife. You put a little bit of pressure there. Then you flip the map.
Can't argue with that. They look great.
You hit another one. You hit the null command. It puts the sole defender and the Viper out of commission. You don't have to spend the lockdown on initiation, so you can use it to counteract the thrash. And yeah, you get a couple, but the trades are decent at range. That's just good individual.
They out. It's double elim. That's a lower bracket.
Sure that M80 have to respect the lockdown, and then after that, it's just an impossible 1v2 situation. It's brilliant. It's been absolutely perfect game calling from 2G.
But it's definitely
on both maps at this point.
Definitely not how you want to start it.
The Viper's pit out to try to give some sort of defensive stance here towards A, and that means that M80 will be able to afford extra numbers on the B site.
This 2G team went to boot camp in Germany before
even on a good
going to
really?
Mexico.
One of those.
Wait, is it like a good org as well?
The Bulldog has to operate this pretty long
They are a growing org in Brazil. They are very
kind of like a
present in fighting games.
That's true.
Okay.
They run a lot of tournaments
here.
here.
That yellow position got pinged out, so it looks like M80 just want to stack up.
Oh, love it.
Like paranoia
Love
gets
it.
That is deadly.
Beautiful stuff for M80. Yeah.
And that's something that will hopefully inspire a defensive mentality shift after this point. I mean, this is
Hey, sure. You gotta try something.
round. They'll make that call in this round rather, because the Viper's Pit essentially guarantees you freedom and space over towards A, so you can put together that 3-man trio setup towards B. But that was more like what we've seen from M80 inside of the North American region, what we've seen from them in the group stage when they played this map. Getting aggressive and finding ways to win green. We're not just fighting from yellow, we're fighting for green. And if that happens, it becomes very difficult against this composition to break into A because of the amount of flashes and counter utility that can be spent. So that just has to be an inspiring moment for M80 in terms of what they need to continue to do if they want to try to bring this to an overtime.
Okay, we'll slow count this one down. 6 in a row it's got to be.
Back, again,
5
in
more.
the same vein as Sunset. This would have to be an overtime comeback if they're going to take the map and take it to
G and G2 in the same region, yeah.
Huge amount to ask here, of course. Prize
Maybe.
into the pit there towards the end of the round. It basically was done, I think, after that exchange went horribly over at B for 2G.
That has to continue to be part of the game plan for M80. It just does. Because the more you can limit Silence's ability to dash deep into sites, the better. So this time it's just going to be Xander.
I wonder if they're going to keep
on. Smoke will allow him a chance.
Doing proactive
stuff.
stuff.
Is going to be thrown here so Nismo can get the
on defense maybe.
That is the only reason for why that's thrown.
This is already nice though. Counter of the normal drone ult that everyone does. Insta-knife.
Shutting down Louise's ability to pop
I mean,
a Viper for a post plant setup.
That 0 point also took down the L drone. So that never really
probably won't use this ult now.
Hunter's Fury. I feel like I haven't seen many of those this map. Pipes is going to be smoked. Silence the kind of guy to push that, trust me. This round, though, a little bit more restrained. 2G would love
okay, he's actually going to use it. He's ready for it.
Love it. I was about to say, the Hunter's Fury would be a great tool to open up this space.
Yeah, and we get an insta ult. That gets cancelled, so they didn't get much out of this. M80 did a very good job to just cancel all of the silver stuff this round.
Problem is, they've already used their
Xander's getting
so you wait for this.
info on
Louise, you pop the Viper's Pit as soon as you find a first blood, and that should be enough.
He plays so mad for a... He plays so mad for a Gecko.
Dark Cover here might force a push up from Koala Noob. He gets his one, but Nismo falls elsewhere. On the rafters is net, and he's hung from them. Koala Noob and Zeta have to go
that's it,
for
bro.
M80,
That is impressive.
This has not been that guy today.
It's a convincing 2-0. That is a convincing 2-0 right there.
That's pretty convincing.
Yeah. Bro, they got some lovely individuals as well, man. They look good. The sunset was awesome to watch as well, I'm not gonna lie.
It's very difficult to beat a team twice, especially within the span of 3 days. The homework was
Their
done,
sunset reminded me of Heretics when they were on their prime on the map.
Everything they needed to when it came down to the things that went
and then
wrong
Icebox,
on
I felt like they had good anti.
And then
That helped a lot.
We never really mentioned this.
Yeah, the